Hey, it's Kurt Thompson, just finishing up the 2019 back to school year Trumpet Sizzle special. And this year, unfortunately, time got away from me and I wasn't able to get to a lot of the specials that you guys should have been at least made aware of. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and extend some of the special on my courses for a few more days. Just because I got a couple of things screwed up. Number one, I was under the impression, without looking at the calendar, that Monday the 18th was the last day of my back to school special until somebody on Sunday said, "Hey, are your links going to expire tonight?" And when I looked, I realized a little bit of a snafu. I got the date wrong. So I think a lot of you thought that the sale was over on Sunday the 18th, and I had put down Monday the 18th. Really, it was supposed to be over last night. So I think that weeded out a couple of you just for that. So that's my fault. The other thing that I guess that could be time's fault is I just ran out of time. This is very time consuming, folks, the stuff that I was going to do for you. And then I had a snafu here happen with my French horn. You see, I'm doing some repair, and this little string here is still kind of screwed. That's a new string. I'm having technical difficulties getting that going. What I wanted to do was demonstrate the new sizzle weight that I have for the French horn mouthpiece. It makes a huge difference, guys and gals. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Like a 1.5 ounce weight right there on the mouthpiece. It makes a big difference. I probably could blow on it now, but you're not going to be able to tell that way. Anyway, I need to get the rotors going, but the sound, I don't know if you heard that, the sound is just amazing with the new sizzle weight. There's a bigger weight right there that's probably going to eventually go on, let's see, the trombone. I already got one on the baritone. I don't know if you can see that. These weights are made out of tungsten. They're very, very dense. They make a big difference. The guy that's helping me in Texas fabricate these, he's actually almost done with the one for tuba. And so I got a hefty 4-ounce weight that's going to be drilled. It'll probably end up being about 3 ounces. And we're going to see what kind of difference it will make going on the tuba. So I got a lot of stuff to show you guys, a lot of stuff. I also have some new practice devices in. All this was supposed to be done for my 2019 back to school year specials in addition to my courses. And look, I got a special 1.5 ounce weight. Actually, it's a 1 ounce weight now that it's drilled out of tungsten for the cornet. And so I got a lot of stuff to show you, a lot of new stuff that will make you a better player. I wanted to re-emphasize the sizzle pipe. I still got some of these left to sell. I think that you would get a lot of benefit out of using this as a practice aid. Now here's some stuff that's new. Some of it's part of my course. This is a new restricted inhaling device, and I'll be going over more of this. This will be up on my site at some point soon for sale to help you become a better wind player, vocalist, woodwind or brass wind. Really, this works on your diaphragmatic breathing. You guys already know about these the sizzle rims, but I was going to do some more in-depth videos on this, actually showing some demonstrations on buzzing on these rims and how it can really help you out. Here's 2 new devices to develop the strength in your face muscles in a different way. This one here is the sizzle chomp, and I'll be showing you about that in another video. And this one is that's a sizzle bite. This one's a sizzle chomp. Kind of looks like a mouth guard or fighter mouth guard, but really you can actually chew it. And so these help develop certain muscles in the face, in the jaw, which actually translate into strength when you're playing a brass instrument. Actually, these here lend itself even a little bit better for woodwind players that have to bite on that reed, you know. Sax players, clarinet players, to some degree double reeds. I got my own version of this that you saw me do a long time ago. Now this one on Amazon, the metal one, is about 50 bucks. I've got a cheaper version here that I'll be putting up on my site. That's going to be a lot less than 50 bucks, less than half. The quality is decent, not as good as the $50 one, but yet a lot of you didn't want to spend the $50. And so I'll have this up at a reasonable price, probably a little bit under 20 bucks, and I'll send you a couple of these. So I got some really interesting stuff. Oh, this one is hilarious. I call it my sexy sizzle lips. I found this and I laughed, and then I cried, and then I thought, wait a minute, is this a joke or what? And I actually found that, I'll show you real quick. Put it in my mouth. Oh, folks, that is a tremendous workout on your chops. It hits your embouchure and your lips at a crazy angle, and it really does work. It's almost not isometric because it's more kinetic. So there's that one. It's a crazy one, but I'll be putting that up. I'm just going to call it the sizzle lips, maybe the sexy sizzle lips, and a nice weight belt that I've got a pretty good deal on. I'll be giving these. Now, I'm going to be using this as another enhancement practice aid for diaphragmatic breathing. What do you think I'm going to be using this belt with Velcro and have it wrap around you, obviously? Well, we're going to be making things difficult on you to breathe, so that when you breathe normally in a performance or practice, your breathing is that much better and stronger. And I had lots of demonstrations to do. I'm working on Siegfried's horn call just a little bit, and not much, but I wanted to show you how me, as kind of a non-full-time French horn player, most of you know I play trumpet full-time, and I dibble and dabble with these other instruments. There's kind of a smaller tuba. I mean, it is a legit tuba. It's just not a big 5/4 tuba or anything like that. Not a big miraphone. You can't get the super duper low notes. It's just got 3 valves, but it's okay. Baritone, cornet. I do have, I got my Piccolo finally developed, and I got to do a tutorial on that. It's going to be for sale. This Piccolo is kick-ass. It's not quite as good as the Scherzer, but it's up there. But the price is going to be down there. So a very affordable, professional quality Piccolo that I endorse, accompanied with a brand new custom designed Bob Reeves Piccolo trumpet mouthpiece. Not a trumpet mouthpiece that most of you are playing on. Most of you throw in a 10.5 E or something like that. No, your intonation and everything else in your sound is like a duck. So Bob Reeves has it down pat. You have to have a specific length mouthpiece. It's not about the shallowness. It's the length of the shank of the mouthpiece. So I have a new Piccolo. It's all developed, and even with my brand on it. The brand is the Sizzle Andre Baroque rotary Piccolo trumpet. That Piccolo combined with the Bob Reeves custom Piccolo mouthpiece is just a match made in heaven. These are things that I just haven't had the time to go through. I was going to do all this for back to school to generate all this excitement. I just ran out of time. You can see I got to do all these individual tutorials and videos on. What about this guy? This one, I'm not sure what to call this. I think I'm going to call it the Sizzle Bob. This is a crazy one. It's got weights on the end. These are actually weights that come out, and there's some heavier weights that you can put in. But it's a crazy one. I haven't finished getting it all the way down as far as the technique, but it's something kind of like this. Hold on. Now, I'm not biting that with my teeth, so this is all lip and chop strength. And crazy, right? Some of the stuff looks stupid and crazy, but it's crazy like a fox, which you know a lot of my stuff is crazy like a fox. This stuff is crazy, but it works. I mean, when I can feel it hit me in a different direction, I know it's going to be great for you guys. I'm probably going to call this the Sizzle Bob. And you might think it's easy. Guess what? You're not able to bite on this. Well, you could bite it. I'm saying you don't use your teeth. All this, and this is kind of heavy, all this is held with your chops, no teeth. And these are some weights on the end. They come out. There's other heavier weights that you can put in. So look at all this. I got the Sizzle Bob. I got the Sizzle Chomp. I got the Sizzle Bite, and I'll explain that. I got the Sizzle Jack. Call this a Sizzle Jack. Goes in and out. You do it with your chops like on the video that you saw me do before. Not sure what I'm going to call this yet. This reduces or increases the resistance as far as airflow in. It's a device for inhale, not exhale. So we'll talk about that. Look at the sizzle rims. All of you should have all 4 of these. And I got a tutorial coming out that it might just be for sale, but it's all about buzzing on these 4 rims in different ways to develop your plane. Restricted inhaling belt. Of course, the sizzle pipe. I use this every day, more than once usually. And then we got the sizzle weights. Ton of stuff. I got a ton of stuff to go over, and I have to apologize. I'm kind of apologizing to myself and making excuses, but I'm also kind of letting you guys know that I dropped the ball a little bit for this year's back to school special. As you can see, there's a ton of stuff that should have been made available, generate a little bit more excitement. These are all practice aids that can make you a better player. And the reason I'm putting this out there is because some people, for either lack of money, lack of time, or just lack of motivation, don't want to jump into one of my long courses, and they just want a couple things to start messing around with to help them get better. These will. All these will get you a little bit better individually, but what if you start to add these in a macroscopic approach? In other words, what if you get all these and you're doing all these a little bit every day, or you're hitting them just a little bit every week? You will get better. Lots and lots of stuff, practice aids and devices coming your way. Some of them you can already get right now. Right now on my site, you can already go ahead and get the sizzle pipe. And you can already go ahead and get the rims. If you don't want to get the combo, you can get just the rim for yourself. There's a tuba, baritone euphonium, French horn, and the gold one is a trumpet. So I mean, I got a ton of stuff for any brass player. Tuba, all the way down to a tiny little cornet. If you're a brass player and you put your lips into a brass mouthpiece, I got stuff for you right now that you can get that will make you a better brass player regarding air and regarding chops. Think about it. Air and chops. These are devices that will make you better. Really, I'm telling you the truth. They will make you better. I do them. I practice what I preach. This is my religion. I would recommend that you get in one of my courses. That is your best bet to go through the process. But circumventing that, if for whatever reasons, I already mentioned time, money, maybe your motivation level, you can at least pick up these. You will get better. And I intend to make the 2020 back to school year special spectacular, because I'll have all this stuff. It'll already be on my site, and I'll have all this stuff. I'll probably have some specials and maybe include, some of these with the courses, for different specials. So next year is going to be more spectacular than this year. As a consolation, I am leaving some of the links live and open. So if you missed the window for these substantial discounts on my courses, you can go ahead and click on the link, because some of them are still active. A 16-week upper register course right now, 40% off still. You can grab it for $100. That would be stupid not to, wouldn't it? Remember my stupid video? Well, this is the thing where you don't want to be stupid. If you can get that 16-week course, now I'm not teaching you live. That one is still $1,000. If you want me to teach you live and ensure you get the results you're after, that one, is more intense, and that is $1,000. But if you want to try to wing it on your own, why not? I mean, for $100, just take a gamble and see. I mean, a lot of people get results with that, and you can do it on your own time. That's on sale, $100. Give it a shot. You don't have anything to lose. You will most certainly get better. Listen to that again. You will most certainly get better if you do it on your own. Now, if you do it with me, you're going to become a brass playing god. Just kidding. You will get good if you do it with me. You're going to pay more money, and it's a class. So anyway, check the links in these back to school promotions that I've been putting up. Many of the links are still active. I'll leave them active for a few more days, just in case you missed the boat on them. But what I really wanted to do was get you involved in all my new practice devices. And so they're here. And like the tuba one, it's not here, but it's almost here. So just be checking back at my site, or you can email me. Even though some of these are not on my site, I have the ability to send them out now. And we can work that out if you want to email me. Otherwise, it's Kurt Thompson. I'm wishing everybody a wonderful back to school 2019. And if you're an old timer, if you're a comeback player, or if you're just an adult player, professional, hobby, or whatever, and you're not going back to school, well, you are getting involved in more stuff here in a couple of weeks, because everything starts happening after Labor Day. And then, of course, we have the best time of the playing season for all us pros, starting after Halloween up until New Year's. Actually, even Halloween, I've noticed that I've gotten a couple of these fundraising gigs. Have you guys been getting those? Goodwill and some others, tend to offer decent gig money for doing fundraisers and stuff like that. So anyway, it all happens after Labor Day. That's when everything happens, and so that's why I call this back to school year. But for you people who are not students, it still is back to school, because the ball is going to get rolling again here for everybody, regardless of whether you are a student, you're a hobby player, or you are a pro. I'm Kurt Thompson, TrumpetSizzle.com. And you'll be hearing a lot more from me in the future about all these new practice aids and devices. And you'll hear me honking on these different brass instruments. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.